Greetings Exiles! Today's video takes a very unique spin on elemental hit. Now ele hit wonders have been done before but not like the one we have over here. Believe it or not, we are dealing over 23 million attack damage using a unique caster wand. We are also fast, like really fast. We have 10 power, frenzy and endurance charges thanks to our items and the Slayer Ascendancy. So first we start off with Bane of Legends. This node is a simple 20% more damage against unique enemies and 10% more damage if we have killed recently. You can utilize both bonuses against bosses that comes at the end of a map like Guardians for example. Next we got Hitsman. This one is 20% Culling Strike, meaning anything you hit with 20% or lower hit points dies immediately. The node also gives us 10% increased attack and movement speed while mapping, which is nice. From here we take Brutal Fever. This node sustains leech effects for us at full life, allowing us to abuse increased damage while leeching wherever possible. We also get 10% reduced damage while leeching and doubled reach recovery rate. Last but not least we got Masterful Form. This one sets our maximum endurance charges to be equal to our maximum frenzy charges. And yeah, that was it for our Ascendancy. Now for our passive tree, we got a pretty large one that goes around the entire thing. We pick up every single power charge node and try to build up a decent arsenal of jewel sockets along the way. After that, it's life and wand attack nodes whenever possible. Now once you are high level enough, consider investing into a large cluster jewel that adds the following notables: Feed the Fury, Fuel the Fight, and Martial Prowess. Again, we are trying to capitalize on increasing our damage while leeching since our Ascendancy maintains 100% uptime on it whenever we hit something. And yeah, that was it for our passive tree. Now let's talk about items. Our cream of the crop is our weapon. We are using 2 Void Batteries unique wand. Yes, you heard me right, Void Battery in an attack build. The thing about elemental hit is that all of your base damage is coming from the gem itself. Thus you just need a weapon with high crit chance and as much increased damage as possible. Void Battery has 8% base crit chance and gives us +1 to our maximum power charges. Now how is it that increasing spell damage increases our attack damage in this build? One of our mastery choices allows modifiers to spell damage to affect attack damage while wielding a wand. Now what's the most sensible thing to do when you have so many power charges? Simple. You use Badge of the Brotherhood unique amulet. This one sets your maximum frenzy charges to be equal to your maximum power charges. And remember that our Ascendancy sets our maximum endurance charges to be equal to our maximum frenzy charges. Thus each time you increase your maximum power charges by 1, you effectively add 1 charge of each type to your build, which is neat. Don't forget to anoint Forces of Nature on your amulet for that additional damage boost. Okay, now we have lots of charges. How can we generate them? We are using Replica Ferrules Fur. This one is essential if you are looking to play a charge Slayer build, since it helps us with generating all our endurance and frenzy charges instantly. It also removes Aspect of the Cat reservation and gives you a decent amount of life and defenses along the way. The problem is that it's quite expensive, so you might want to make sure that you have a decent amount of currency stored up before trying this build. Our next item is Arn's Anguish unique belt. This one converts all of our endurance charges into brutal charges. We get 3% chance to deal triple damage per brutal charge, which ends up being 60% more damage at 10 charges. The belt also gives us a decent amount of life, armor, and fire resistance. Mine has increased maximum life corruption for even more defenses. At this state, it is best in slot option both offense and defense wise. Next we have Crown of the Inward Eye as our helm with +1 maximum power charge corruption. If you can't afford something like this, then just get a rare helm with tier 1 life and +1 power charges. Though ultimately you want to get the crown with +1 power charges since it gives you so much damage from its triple transfigurations. Next we have a pair of gloves with Intimidate on hit, increased projectile damage, and increased attack speed. From here we just craft life and more damage if possible. Next on the list we have a Precursor Emblem Ring with +1 maximum power charges. Now you might ask, is sacrificing an entire ring slot for just a single power charge worth it? Usually the answer would be no, but since 1 power charge in this build is equal to 1 maximum frenzy and brutal charge, then it becomes best in slot option damage wise. I don't recommend getting more than 1 of these since they are expensive. Instead get a rare ring with tier 1 life, accuracy, and resistances if you still need them. From here just add Aspect of the Cat and craft reduced mana cost of non-channeling skills if you have an empty prefix. Last but not least we have a pair of boots with elevated tailwind and elevated onslaught. Don't forget to enchant your boots with either increased attacking cast speed while mapping or Ellie Pen for bosses. And that was it for our items. Now let's talk about gems that goes inside of them. For our main 6 link we have Elemental Hit, Power Charge on Crit, Trinity Support, Inspiration, Awakened Elemental Damage with attacks, and Awakened Chain. Swap this one for Barrage Support for bosses. Our next setup is a 4 link and contains the following gems. We got Val Haste, Spell Slinger, Sniper's Mark, and level 4 Enlighten. Feel free to swap Haste for Determination if you need more survivability. Next we have another 4 link with couple more aura gems, starting off with level 20 Precision, level 20 Clarity, level 1 Vitality, and level 3 Enlighten. Last but not least, we have yet another 4 link setup. This one contains Steel Skin, Dash, Enhanced Support, and Second Wind. With Badge of the Brotherhood amulet, our dash is going to feel super fast, just like its pre-nerfed version. And yeah, that was it for our mandatory gem setups. Next for our jewels. For our Watcher's Eye, we have increased critical strike multiplier while affected by precision, and increased life recovery rate while affected by vitality. Any remaining jewel socket we have left should be filled with a normal rare jewel like this one. Having increased maximum life is mandatory. After that we get increased crit multi with elemental skills, attack speed, and increased projectile damage if possible. Feel free to get more elemental resistances on your jewels if you still need them. For Bandit's quest, we are going to help Alira for her bonuses to crit multi and all elemental resistances. Next for Pantheons, we got the Soul of the Brine King for the majors and the Soul of Abereth for the minors. And yeah, that was it for our charged Ellie Hit Slayer build for 3.17. If you guys have enjoyed this video, then you know what to do. Like, comment, and maybe even subscribe so you don't miss out on any future build guides like this one. My name is Phoenix and I will see you all in the next video.
I can't do this just yet.